We're joined here by Education Minister Stephen Lecce. Hello. I thought I was throwing a break, but you're here now before break. Hi, good to see you.
Good to be with you.
Yeah. So, okay, I hated the EQAO test as a kid. I didn't really understand it when I was in university, but as an adult, I understand now, and as a dad, I understand that we want to see that, our kids are learning, they're on the right path. I know that's a big thing for the Ford government, yourself, kind of getting back to the basics. So you're seeing these numbers now as it looks like you're standing in a high school as we speak.
Yes.
How do you feel about these results?
Well, first off, it's a good sign that we have stabilized and improved reading, writing, and math scores in virtually every grade in all regions of Ontario. We're on the right track, but I recognize fully we got more to do. The first priority of this government is keeping these kids in school. The second is getting back to basics, re-emphasizing reading, writing, math, and STEM education. And the third is ensuring that our curriculum teaches young people skills that lead them to good jobs, more life skills, more job skills. For the first time this September, we restored phonics and cursive writing and critical thinking skills. We brought back financial literacy as a mandate. So these are critical modernizations to what our kids learn so that when they graduate, they can apply it in their life and they can lead them to a good job.
And so how impressed are you, though, that, we're getting some of these results now? Some students are at or exceeding expectations. How impressed are you that you're kind of getting a little bit of the fruits of the labor right now after seeing these tests?
It's early days. I mean, we just provided one stable year for children. And in that 1 year where they were in school with their friends, in front of their educators, getting the full extracurricular experience of education, we're seeing them improve emotionally, physically, mentally, and of course, academically. This is a good trajectory, but folks, we got to keep going. We got to keep the kids in school. We've got to provide stability for parents. And yes, we need to ensure school boards go back to basics. And our premier, this is a priority for him and for I and for myself. It's why we passed a bill, the Better Schools and Student Outcomes Act. It's legislation that creates real accountability on school boards to improve, to elevate their standards and the ambitions of our kids. And I'm very excited because this bill gives us the power to hold boards to account, to really level up and help ensure children in every region, English and French, Catholic and public, that they succeed, that they graduate, they get a good job, they're able to achieve the Canadian dream that my immigrant parents came here seeking. So I want to remain optimistic, but I recognize I got a lot of work to do to keep improving reading, writing, math, and STEM disciplines, and we're going to keep working together. I'm at a public school, a Catholic school in London today, announcing new schools being built in Ontario, and I just want to thank everyone for the partnership as we modernize schools and our curriculum too.
Right. I remember Monty McNaughton, who's obviously no longer in politics, kind of trying to remove the stigma of skilled trades, and I remember I went to a very academic school in Toronto and saying that you wanted to be, a plumber or a carpenter. People looked at you like, oh, what, why would you don't want to be a doctor or a lawyer? So like, how does that get geared into the classroom to let these kids know, hey, these are great jobs. They're almost, recession-proof. They're AI-proof.
Yes.
How do you release that stigma for these kids, even at grade 6? How do you let them know?
So it's such an important point. It's part of the reason why we're in London and we're going around Ontario to help inspire young people to get access and enter into the skilled trades. We have 100,000 shortage just in construction alone. Tens of thousands of jobs in our economy are unfilled, and yet we still have young people not connected to jobs. And so our mission is to expand co-op placements in schools, expand the specialist high skills major program where students literally use their hands in shop classes like this that were frankly taken out of a lot of schools in Ontario under the former Liberal government. We're bringing them back because we think that this is the future of the economy. It's where the puck is going. And to your point, their great pensions, their benefits, and good wages. These are good jobs that are totally dignified, and I want to encourage young families to support them. Look, I come from an immigrant background, my parents, and I get it. For a lot of parents, they love their kids, but for them, the mission of success in this country is their kid goes to university. And for some, that's a good thing, but not for everyone. And so destigmatizing is key. We've done an ad program specifically to parents telling them that, look, these jobs are great. And we launched career fairs, the Level Up career fairs in many regions of Ontario, Toronto, London, Northern Ontario, you name it, we're doing it, where we're bringing the private sector and companies into schools to help these young people see themselves, particularly young girls, in the skilled trades, to break down the stigmas, break down the barriers, and just help them succeed in our economy.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely, yeah. AI proof, as I mentioned before, programming, was the hot new career, but now computers can do that too, and, climate's only going to get warmer, air conditioners aren't going to fix themselves. It's always in demand. You could basically, ask your price. But Education Minister Stephen Lecce, thanks for joining us here. Back in the classroom, kids are staying in the classroom, and, they're reading and writing, doing math. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.